this morning. Our reviewer is in the house. Mr. Chris, thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Good morning, Belinda.
There's a whole lot.
Day, yeah.
Indeed, another day, really. So many things to basically
talk about.
Ikweche has apologized. We have seen this trend before because, again, we've seen the senator representing Adamawa at some point, doing the same thing, slapping somebody in a sex toy shop in Abuja. After a few days of the video being released, they apologize. And then you would wonder, what if these videos are not released? Because the bad part of this is, if this thing wasn't broadcasted online, I'm not sure we'll be having this discussion in the first place. Maybe the guy would have been, would have disappeared.
Well, we're giving so much emphasis on it. A lot of Nigerians disappear with their crimes when they are noticed. You'll be surprised what many Nigerians do in their privacy that nobody knows.
Nobody knows, really.
I said, all lizards are lying prostrate. It's only when there's one, you wouldn't know which one is suffering from belly ache. It's only once in a while you find one that lies like this, you say, this one has died of belly ache. But most Nigerians are fantastically corrupt and they do so many bad things. And now, when these ones come out of the open, we normally say the cops. Because it means this person who did this wasn't the first time he's doing this. It wasn't the first time somebody like Ikweche will tell you, do you know how I am? So he looks like somebody who is puffy and his ego is, high up there. But that's by the way. What you are saying, a story of a man in a village near mine. It's not in my village, child. But what happened is that this man was having a fight. And he gave the opponent a very big blow, and the man lost his sight instantly. So he went to a beer parlor, sat down with his friend, and said, I gave that guy one blow. I gave the man one blow. So within a short time, the victim appeared with police, and the man was arrested. So his friend, the friend to the full boxer, told him, you gave one blow. You go and settle one, with this police. So it's not enough to say, I'm sorry. Actually, it shows that you can get annoyed. Atlantis said he's a human. Quite fine. A lot of things. But when you have chosen to be a public figure, certain things are required of your disposition and taste. Your taste for things in general changes automatically. It's not you are not allowed to be the human you were before. It means you are, by character and training and by position, you have become another person. So certain things are required of you. So now that he has apologized at the first stage, meaning that the person is not redeemable. But then he has to follow up, because he has given the man a full blow. He has to go and settle the full issues that come out with the full.
Actually, right.
Just praying that that doesn't affect his position, because a lot of Nigerians are mad. In this time of hunger and hardship, and you are talking about being a member of the Federal House of Reps, where people sit down and talk nothing. And a young Nigerian is struggling to survive, and they'll come and receive slaps from you for nothing. And they think you can just say, I'm sorry, is enough. You should go. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not involved, please. But I don't think to be sorry, it's just the first step. To be sorry is not enough to solve what I have had. We have given it to you. You are a human. But the kind of human you are, you're not supposed to be a member of the Federal House of Reps. If this is the kind of human being you are.
Actually, I read the apology, he sent on the social media. People, we are saying you have to go to apologize to the to the man himself that it's because of his position that he came out to apologize to the general public. They said it's not enough. He still has
That's
to go
why
and apologize.
I said it's just a starting point. He just started. And he has to take apology to different levels and then follow it up with what goes with apology. Because in Nigeria now, you know, if at this level I am, you give me 3 heavy slaps and even smash my phone and threaten to delete me.
With the
and you come and
summit.
make an apology in the public open. They will demand a statement that if anything happened to me in the next 20 years, he will be responsible. And he has to sign it.
Yeah.
He has to sign undertaking. And then some people are even saying, let the man be probed. It's not by accident that he knows how to delete people. With just 50 million. Who knows how many he has deleted? God help him. This legendary story of a tortoise said, when fight start, you know what a human mouth can do? He might be innocent. But then, tortoise in the story of the animal said, when fight starts, I will march across and, you know, stampede across. Even the women who are pregnant, I will march them with my legs. And when fight starts, big animals like elephants, with their go-go-go-go movement, marched across, and some women with the so died. And they went to hold tortoise. Look at tortoise with this. But it's because of what he said with his mouth. So let him go and account for what his mouth. And find the 50 million he would have used to delete the guy, make it 100 million, and compensate him. So that the guy can use the 100 million, go somewhere that will not be deleted. If members of our Federal House of Assembly are deleters, if you have enough money, you give the space, they go and represent the ghosts of all the people that deleted in the Federal House. This is shame. And this added up to the shame that is upon you, Nigeria. Woe to you people. When you have deleters as members of the Federal House of Reps, God will help you. So who are you? Why are we going to start talking about others? When we have deleters in the Federal House of Reps. And we might even have some in other bigger places. The one we see we are talking about. So let's hope that he comes out of it. And if he fails to delete, he will pay for it.
You know, I'm just really excited about how the social media was used to get this out. Because every now and then we hear the bad things about social media, how social media is used to do bad things. People deceive people, make people travel from where they are to where they are supposed to go to using social media. People get hypnotized, so to speak. But I'm also excited also giving the good part that social media played in this whole thing.
Social media exists like everything on earth. It has a positive side and a negative side. If you are the negative man, and Charles, I know you are not, if the negative people look at the negative angle and exploit, then the people who, what social media in this era has done, if you put it on the weight, you find out that the good side of it outweighs this bad side of it, just like everything on earth. So let's not talk about that. You're giving room to people who come into positions of authority, using social media to even replace the former government. And when is their position, because they have something in mind, they're even nursing the idea of gagging the social media. And that's where God kept them. It's not the traditional media, Radio Nigeria, NTA, all those voice of Nigeria, when the people in government cough them, let them go and regulate. Because even from within, you find somebody who has dissenting view, who will always expose one information or another. And once he sparks off like that, within minutes, the world will see you. So the social media is the wind that blows, that shows that even chicken sweats under the feather that cover his body. So good luck to Nigerians. Choose you this day which side of the social media you go. The choice is yours. When you fail to delete and it comes out in the open, you pay. If not anything, what Nigerians will say with their mouth is enough payment for you. God help you if you survive it. Yes, we move on. So many. Biden supports Nigeria permanent seat position in the UN. I see it as political position, political politics. Why I'm talking about the party forbidding they're going for election, the Democrat and the Republican. By the way, I'm not even interested in which party is bidding and is Kamara, and those sides they are. And they know the number of Nigerians that have jackpot, that have right to vote. This campaign, if it's only in 2024 that bidding suddenly, and the people that the White House realize that Nigeria need to be permanent, they just support. And I think America is one vote. Let them go out, convince all the other people they control, the way they control Nigeria, to vote Nigeria to be in the permanent position. It will be a walkover.
Right. Right. The elections are just in a few days. I think we'll talk about that a little later. But let's delve a little bit into our oil sector. I want you to listen to this video by Dangote. Dangote was at the presidential villa yesterday, and he had a meeting with the president and the NNPC chair. I just wanted to watch it, and I will get your reaction afterwards.
Irresponsible. But what I'm saying is that the retailers should please come forward and pick. If they don't come forward and pick, what do you want me to do? That's nothing that I can do. So I am expecting either NNPC or the marketers to stop importing. They should come and collect. We have what they need. And, as they remove, I'll be pumping. I don't know whether you understand what it takes to keep 500 million liters inside our tank. It's costing me money. Every day, if I will be able to collect the naira, I can actually charge somebody 32% in interest. So right now, that's what I'm losing. And you are talking about 500 billion. We don't print money, but the issue is that if they come and collect, then you will not see any queues in the filling stations. We have what it takes for them to come and collect. We are not retailers. We also don't have trucks to send. We have a factory where we can load. If they come and pick, they will go and distribute. And they've been doing that with importation. So if they have been doing that with importation, if it's true they are doing 55 million, I see no reason why they won't come and collect our own and distribute.
Chris, this is another problem. I really don't understand the oil sector. The more you try to understand it, the more confusing it gets. With this revelation this man is giving, what's your take on this latest development?
They are still talking about how it benefits them. And the oil sector in Nigeria is about, everybody picks from the angle it benefits him. The marketers are still not seeing the viability where they hold Nigerians down and make Nigerians buy at the price they want to. And that's where I keep blaming Dangote. If at this price he will say, I have given this fuel to Nigerian exporters at this price, and they are not coming forth to pick. So me and you will know where the problem is coming from. Because he is a man, he said he has some billions of liters that is costing him so much
to keep.
Yeah.
And
if you take 32% of that amount, whatever, to keep, it will go down Nigeria 500 times at 200 naira per liter of fuel.
Yes.
Some people do not want the fuel to come down. And it's like, okay, you want to force us to buy at cheap price, you drink your fuel. We keep importing and selling, putting it on Nigeria, and the NNPCL is complicit. Yeah. I hold my NNPC, you are complicit to what Nigeria is suffering today when it comes to this. You were importing before at a high price. You told us the landing cost, Nigerians were paying. You removed the subsidy, Nigerians were paying. God want to answer a prayer. A Nigerian high refinery that is functional and modern. You still want to buy the person to sell at the price you are importing. What is the landing cost of a Dangote's fuel to Nigerians in Nigeria? That is what they are not telling us. So, even he has always, I don't know what they put in his mouth. If he wants the billions of oil in Nigeria, people can convert. I know how many tankers in Enugu that are selling water. Convert them to and go to Lagos to start bringing food directly.
That's what I've been thinking of.
Now, this is what I'm saying. It is no monopoly of the marketers. Because these marketers, they keep calling them, giving them that name. It's not a title. A marketer is somebody who markets any product. Anybody can be a marketer.
Absolutely.
So why are they formed association of marketers who want to hustle Nigerians to death?
Yeah, because if it's on that particular high price,
yes,
anybody who imports will still make gain. So the only thing is that if they buy from Dangote, who probably refine here in Nigeria, and sell at a lower cost, they will have to sell lower than what the landing cost.
It dog disleads the graph to the circle of doom. These people are running around just on 200 million Nigerians. We kill all of them. And I'm sorry to say, because Nigerians have given up. There's no cars on the street again. People are pulled up. We have read headlines where they say people, it's not even, the fuel market, the downstream people, some of them are not getting patronage again. So they can't even go and buy 33,000 liters or tank truckload of fuel alone. And I suggest to them, let them, when things were good in Nigeria, some few people will come together every month, put money together, kill a cow, and they put store in their fridge. When it's over, they put money together again. If one person can kill one cow, or even people come together to kill goat and share, so that they will have meat in their food. So let 5 downstream retailers of fuel go put money together, buy one tanker. When they come, they share. What are they telling us? So because the thing is trickling down, why are the importers, exporters, marketers forwarding and backwarding? Why did they insist on not buying something that is? So you have what you have in Sokoto. You are going to look for it in Sokoto. Yeah. Something is wrong. Yes. They're not telling us the truth.
Yes.
And it's obvious.
Yes.
When you open their mouth to talk about this,
yeah.
Dangote, my only gross with him is, come out, tell Nigerians how much your fuel is coming out. If these so-called people who are putting it upon themselves as exporters and marketers of fuel refuse to buy, Nigerians will come and buy.
I mean, it's not better to even walk into that Dangote refinery.
That's what I'm saying. Because now that he's supporting federal government with CNG filling stations,
trucks,
NNPC, you have their, even when they're not even refining or they have NNPC filling station all over. There was a time they were even licensing and giving people license to, they were changing their private filling stations to NNPC so that we sell at the price they want every Nigerian to buy. If somebody has done this kind of investment, if you come with the one he has is investing in truck for CNG, you have a product that is lying billions of liters and nobody use that same money to put mega filling stations in cities across Nigeria, be sending food directly to them.
Again,
it will ease off, because if people sleep over at any Dangote filling station somewhere in Enugu to buy at 500 naira, then the NNPCL only selling 800 and 955. Then other filling stations around were selling 1,200. The choice will become obvious.
Yes.
That's when you're talking about deregulating the market. Yes. So Nigeria will see deregulation of market of oil and gas in practical terms, just like they did for telecom.
Yes.
Why are they still doing this to Nigerians?
I mean, they're the same people that supplied to Dangote for refining.
And he has not left our president, who is the minister of oil. He's not totally out of, because the buck stops on his desk. If he wants this problem solved, let him be very clear and come out and tell Nigerians what is going on. We do not know. And we are talking from what we feel, because nobody is telling us anything. They just be talking from both sides of their mouth. That's a beautiful statement, Dangote. This is not the first time he's making statement. The first one was when he launched the product, displayed. But they fell short of telling us the price. If you tell us that as at today, a liter of my fuel is this amount, and over time, because of cost, he has added, we'll be following. At least we'll start somewhere. But that thing has not come out of his mouth. Who stuffed his mouth? All these beautiful things he has been, when he was having running battle, he was doing press briefing almost every day. It became almost like a regular thing. Well, now, after some time, it be like he was consolidated. And who has stuffed his mouth? Who has wiped that part of his memory? He has forgot to tell us. After I thank Nigerian for giving me crude at naira level, that has brought some relief. Even if it's 1 naira less. But I have failed to tell us about that. What kind of human beings are there?
Sometimes when they're having their meetings, I wonder what they discuss in this meeting, because meetings are supposed to be a place where you bring up the issues, state the problems, talk about the problems, and then solve the problems. I really don't know. The meeting yesterday was just basically NNPC, Dangote, and then at the end of the day, the president said that he would allow NNPC and Dangote to solve the issues and make sure that whatever decisions they have taken would be to the benefit of Nigerians. What does that even mean?
Does regulatory organization get involved in selling? We have regulatory bodies for broadcasting. We have for telecom. We have for electricity. They can only come and say the price you fix, Nigerians can't afford it. And they try to get a balance. What is the role of NNPC? That's what I don't understand. Because if they have their 4 refineries, major refineries in Nigeria, and they're refining and they're selling, they will tell Nigerians at our own price, this is what we are greening out this world. They can't do that for almost 20 years. And they're earning money. They even have markups because of inflation at that high. You know what it means to work in NNPC? That's from MD down to the security men working in NNPC. In Nigeria, the status, salary-wise, they're still earning the same money. For 20 years, no, they're importing. And then bring back sell to us. So NNPC has got a marketing company. We have a president who is the minister of oil. Do what you do with electricity. You have TCN. You have the EEDC, the distributing sites. So that we even have the one that is generating the power. If NNPC is not generating power, what are they still doing there? It's not generating fuel. You're not refining. You're not.
Absolutely.
And so if it's only crude, there, let them be marketing crude, be loaning crude, be stealing it. We're doing anything you want to do with crude. Whoever buys your crude, if it's in Nigeria, you sell it on, let him go and refine and sell to Nigerians or to whoever you choose to sell. Why should you sell crude to me in Naira and still sat on it to market my product? I don't know. I don't know. You are doing this to your people. Whatever they think is a problem, they must have maybe other solution. But the way we feel about it, the way I feel about it is what I'm saying. And I'm sure a lot of Nigerians feel the same way. It's killing. It is killing. Because it's adding more than 90% to our woes in Nigeria. Absolutely. This fuel, oil and gas thing is so. When will it be said that our blessing has turned to curse? God forbid.
Absolutely. I mean, you said something profound, really, that the attention by the NNPC shifted more to, what happens in the export and export of oil. That attention should be driven to, getting our refineries to come on board. That way, they'll be able to compete with Dangote, who is the private sector, in order to get things done.
They never wanted to do that. So if they want our refineries to go moribund, very soon they will think about selling it to people. Let them even go and do PPP. With all the 78, or what they call it, refineries in Europe that have interest in what's happening in Nigeria, they are owned by some Nigerians, have interest in that. If NNPC deregulate their refineries, people will buy. They will still maintain holding shares. I mean, controlling shares. People will invest and insist on what the market comes. So you find competition taking care over time. Dangote will be selling his own. Then those ones will come into business, and if he still give the crude at Naira, for all these are refineries, and people put their money to him, Nigeria will be swimming in fuel. And all these ones, that means whatever is happening in oil and gas is the calculated,
Yes, it's deliberate.
And they, you know what they do? They muffle up truths.
Yes.
And they don't want anybody to know what is going on. They'll just be doing like this.
It's clear. It's clear. Sorry about that. It's clear that there are interests abroad. You know, there was a headline that we read some time ago where we said like up to 70 refineries abroad will be
73.
affected.
That's why I was referring. It's on this desk.
Yes. So it is possible that those who have interest in those refineries who are Nigerians,
And most of them might be workers in NNPC.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, let them come out and tell us. Because this thing is devilish. How can, you mentioned Libya. How can Nigeria, why is Nigeria, you mentioned Angola. Why is it, who did this to Nigeria? Who did this to us? What is our offense? Who did we offend? You know, because if they had handled the Dangote issue, they might even tell Dangote, if you have billions of liters, this is one more. They say Nigerian consume 55,000 million, which is neither here nor there. If they do the recent, let NIBS, Bureau of Statistics, do a research and tell how much liters we consume now. They will be shocked that we don't consume up to 20 million.
Absolutely. As it stands now, yes.
And those 20 millions are consumed by the state houses.
Yeah.
And their depots.
And their proxies.
And their retinue of expensive cars that you use 500,000 to fill one tank. And Nigeria continues. Nobody is even bothered about that. But they are so insensitive. It pains me. They don't care. And these are the people. They are the people. They still go back. In few days, in some states, they will call in to ask them to vote. Of course, nobody votes again. I keep saying that. Let them prove that people, because with this, what happened, they have made Nigerians not to even bother about voting anybody, whether you are angel or devil. They don't even care again. Every Nigerian has lost interest in what people are doing.
Absolutely.
Because there's nothing you'll be doing this to them, and you're still coming back to them and say anything good. So, with this situation they've created, it benefits them. So they'll be turning themselves around and around and around, forgetting that there is God. There is this very rare voice that you always hear that looks like that of our then patient Jonathan.
There is God.
There is God, though. It looks like her own. I did say it's her own. I don't know whose was. But they know that whenever I hear there is God, though, I now ask myself, don't these people who sit in this position of authority hear this voice, lonely voice in the wilderness telling, there is God, though. There is God, though.
But with what is happening, do you see Dangote anytime, exporting oil outside?
If he is costing so much to store, he will export. But that's what these people are playing around for him to do, so that they will have reason to say they will import. They will still export. Export means selling to international country. And remember that Lome, Togo, is international company. Ghana, Benin Republic is international. So they round robin. They can even pipe across the sea, go there, collect, bring it back and sell to, so that they make sure they make us buy fuel at 5,000 naira.
Yeah.
They know what they are doing.
It's a deliberate effort.
It's a simple thing. With what Dangote has said, it has a store now. When they push it into Nigerian market, everything will. I tell you, Nigeria may buy fuel at 500 naira, and at 500 naira they still cover their price. Why milk? Why sifting all our blood and sweat? Why do you want Nigeria to exist with our blood and sweat, and you still want patriotism from us? It's insensitive. Whoever cares to listen, it is not working.
Sad.
Let's take a look at another particular, headline. Federal government here to reach out to us, say striking varsity unions. Yesterday we saw the headline that said that federal government said they are disappointed at SANU and NASU, but yet they are yet to, get back to them. It means that NASU and SANU are still waiting for federal government to take up an action. But
I made an arrangement. I was trying to reach some people to come and tell us what's happening. It was when I realized that NASU is the junior level of SANU. The Senior Association of Nigeria is the senior level. The NASU are those ones that, those junior officers that work at the university level. And they are the small acts that can cut any university real bad and fall. If you need universities and Iroko, deal with NASU. My popular word of non-academic students, I got, until somebody says non-academic staff. Now, if they close down universities, you know what that means? Like joke. Some people are supposed to take second semester exams. They will never take it. And the Nigerian, it has started. I've told you, Nigerian government, why are they doing this to Nigerians? Yesterday, we invited SANU. In another newspaper headline, we said they're threatening no work, no pay. And I said, threats cannot work now. These people gave warning that they will go on strike. It's only when they have closed down university you are inviting them. Your action is already late because your children are not in these universities. You do what you want to do. You are even invited them now. Now, another headline today said that SANU and NASU said they have not even been reached. So before the federal government or the Ministry of Health or those panels that go there to drink coffee in the name of deliberation, and they will deliberate, and the next thing you hear is deadlocked. Mark my words, will be on this seat. They will finish. Eventually, when they reach SANU and NAS, you will hear that they are still deliberating, that the ones that have gone at the cost, Nigeria cost to meet is deadlocked, that they are still meeting. So they will do that because when you carry another person's corpse, it looks like carrying a log of wood. So because their children are not in the universities, they will go ahead. Even the minister, they will go there. And NASU, so what people say, NASU, okay, you talk days we go, they will be talking like that. Nobody will come with any tangible thing because it does not concern them. For me and you that are concerned, the children will be at home. And we're battling with where EFCC will report every day Nigerians caught in fraud. Yahoo. 30 Nigerians, you see headlines, 30 Nigerians caught by EFCC for fraud. And they are young, energetic Nigerians at that age. They're supposed to be in school. When the school is closed down, their parents don't have work. They can't even buy fuel. Nothing is working in the family. These children will do whatever they will do. The FCC will come and catch them. And all the stories that go with all those things they do. And I think Nigerians do not know. It's okay. Nobody is supporting evil. But what we say, before you don't allow full-blown fight to start, don't allow anybody to push anybody. Because once somebody pushes somebody, fight don't start. So if you come in, you are coming late. The SANU, NASU warned federal government, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Labor and Employment, if they swear, let them come tomorrow, the deadline, or the newspaper, and they make a release that SANU did not tell them they will go on strike. They didn't give them one inside. They will make sure they police these labor unions until they go on strike, and they will begin deadlocking discussions. And our children will continue to suffer and suffer. Somebody will go into university, you remember, the only thing you remember in Nigerian university system, federal university system in Nigeria, is the day you enter. When you go out, only God knows. If it's not SANU, it's NASU. If it's not SANU, NASU, it's ASU. Even when you finish with that, oh God. And some people who are in some regions of Nigeria, you will find sit at home today, sit at home tomorrow. Some students, even in some places, go to university, they are insecure, something is happening, so many, oh God, it is too much for Nigeria. And like you said, each time Belinda will ask, so what is the solution?
It's solutions is this. Even when you say the solutions, I keep saying that it's not as if the government has not surrounded itself with people who can advise to bring out solutions, or even to take a direction that will be beneficial for everybody. But then, are they willing to take those decisions that will be better for the people? Because
how many of the advisors have resigned because their decisions, they were not muffled, they were not taken, and they were not even consulted, they were not, their inputs were not taken. They sit down there and they answer special assistant, special advisor on this. Why answering that name? If you think the boat is sinking, quit. And if more people quit. I saw a viral video of one of the ministers who suffered in the reshufflement. And the woman was certain things she said, and somebody said maybe that is the reason why she was removed. But that's, by the way, it's not substantiated. Ogun State shut school and suspend teacher for flogging a student 169 strokes of cane. And this is 1:1. 1:1 kind of flogging. Because I don't know the age of the young person. Even Nigerians who have committed offense and they're supposed to be flogged in the prison, nobody. In some cultures, when they flog people for offense, I've not heard of somebody receiving 129, is it 169 strokes of cane.
The student was
I think it's not just to suspend teacher. That man should be brought and taken to psychiatric school, hospital. I think something is wrong. Something is wrong. For some, are you sure the man is a human being? Because you don't know, the people will be seeing, you don't know where they're coming from, whether this man must be agent of darkness who appeared somewhere. A lot of people in Nigeria believe anything now. He might not be a human being. Does he have children? Is he married? So many questions. Has children done anything to him in the life before, or this? That you get a one single student, no matter what, you give the child 129 strokes of cane until the child died. God forbid. But then, the Ogun State government, they are faced with the issue. There was one time in road safety, the road safety said that we're doing psychiatric tests for Nigerian drivers. A lot of people say, hey. But most Nigerians are mad. I'm sure somebody like me might be mad to a certain level until I'm tested. There's no need to assume, because madness, people think is going to psychiatry and in foreign countries, there are people that go overseas, they are psychologists and they say what they call it. They don't use this stigmatization word on it. They call it that you're supposed to go for checks for mental health and balance. A lot of Nigerians with the hunger and hardship has even gone the other side. This teacher, if you check him very well, he has just poured the venom of what Nigeria has stored, pent-up venom of what Nigeria has done on an innocent child. And only something sparked it.
We don't actually know whether the
students I'm just saying my own. There's no reason any normal human being will do this. We are looking at, when events like this, you go to meet a consultant. What makes a consultant? You say, doctor, I have a headache. He will say, Charles, has somebody in your house ever, or your generation, or up to 10 generations, suffered madness before? You're like, hey, what is the link with headache and madness? Man will say, answer my question if you want. That's what makes him a consultant. By the time he puts questions to you and you answer, you have solved the problem by yourself. You don't know. And when he gives you a recommendation, you say, hey, this doctor is a wizard. That's what makes the difference between consultants and ordinary doctors. If you get to this man and start asking, You might say, do you have any issue with Ogun State? You will say, no. Do you have with Nigeria? He will say, yes, of course. 1,400 naira fuel, and salaries are not coming, and they're paying people stipend, and they say, okay, sorry, cool down. Is the child you are flogging anywhere connected? I said the father works with civil.
But what if that's true?
Ministry of Lower Employment or Ministry of Education, you never know. And there must be something that pushed this devilish teacher to flog an innocent child. How innocent the child is, because on Nigerian side, you see some of those, that's still Nigerian children. They are tiny, but when they tell you the crime in their head, that's still not a reason why you should flog. Otherwise, if you see what is bigger than the farm, you sell your BAM. If you hear Kubi, Iloba, if they give you a such child in all those infant terrible in your class, you better find a way of handling it or call the parents and say, me and this your child cannot be in the same class. One person must leave before something dangerous happens.
There are different, ways you can punish a child rather than even flogging these days. Different punishments, different punishment styles. I don't believe in inflicting pain on a child for them to listen to you.
Yeah.
Different ways you can speak to the child is different ways you can, react in such a way that the child will know that this is what they shouldn't do or what they should do at a particular
point. Charles, we will second you to Ogun State as child counselor and advisor on child training abuse, and so that you will help them, so that such teachers will not spring up again in Ogun State or any part of Nigeria. We reject such things. Teachers should discipline their students, but balance. It's balance that sorts things out. Not get a small child. You don't know these children coming for a parent. Some of them have not eaten for days.
Okay.
With this hardship and hunger, come
Mr.
and give
Chris.
him 129 strokes of cane. That's suicidal. That is killing. That is everything bad.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris, for your time this morning. That's the most we can take for the review. We keep on talking about these issues. And right now, we're going for a short break. When we'll come back, we'll bring you all the programs lined up for you. You don't go anywhere.